us today.
Thank you, my boss.
Like we said earlier, on this program, we don't just talk about policies as it's politics. We talk about policy as how to do with the life of people that is living around us. Now, today, I want you to sit back, relax, and then listen carefully to things we're going to be discussing as it has to do with people with disability. Sir, I know you're someone who have been in this community for a very long time, and we brought you here because we realized there are a lot of things that is happening in your community. We have cases of rape, cases of people that are being molested. We have cases of people who are shut down inside their house because they are from the PWD communities. Now, I want to ask you, as a child growing up, what are the challenges you face as someone with disability?
My dear brother, you're very welcome. Thank you very much for this, your eloquent speech.
Thank you.
In the community of persons with disability, there is a lot of challenges. There's a lot of challenges. And I will single-handedly, one after the other, as a challenged person that will bring your morale down, demoralize you, tell you that you are a second-class citizen to the world, you are nothing to the community. In fact, it is the grace of God, and always as a challenged person, you so much courage. That is the only way you can overcome it and tell the world there is ability and disability.
Okay, comrade, I want us to take this thing a bit personal.
All right.
For parents.
All right.
And for relatives who have girl child or who are married to people who have this, people who are the people with disability. Now, you see, sometimes early this year, there's this group they call Inclusive Friends. Yeah. They came up with a shocking, how will I call it, a revealing fact that people with disability, mostly girls and women, are facing serious challenges that has to do with sexually, violence. Sexually violent, and according to that report they exposed, they say Delta State is one of the states in Nigeria that has highest unreported cases. Now, as a chairman of Jonapid, I want to ask you, are people in your community facing rape, sexual assault, and
all? They are nothing, and nobody they will cry to.
Okay.
They feel that hence they are like this, and they don't have anything else to do. Even some of them can impregnate them, and they dump them.
They dump them.
When they dump them, because of their nature, because of their challenge, they feel that you cannot do anything, you cannot fight me, you don't have that financial strength to fight, you don't have that capability to do otherwise. Then they will keep those people aside.
Okay.
And to some of the cases, you see some, even when you see people who are challenged, the physical ones or the visual impaired ones, you see there is a lot of public harassment.
Okay.
No wonder God have done you like this. No wonder God have made you to become disabled. It's an abusive word. It's an abusive word.
Okay, I can share from your thoughts on this. Now, I want to quickly, let's talk a little about, I want you to talk something about you as a person now.
All right.
What experience, what experience, like, what exactly has given you that boldness? I know you're doing well for yourself. At least I was shocked when I saw you driving a jeep while coming down, I was also marveling. I said, "Oh, this comrade is on the 4-wheel drive." You know, what actually is inspiring you? Because there are a lot of parents who are listening to us, who are watching us, who has children with disabilities, or who are married to people, them up in their closet. What kind of advice, what kind of suggestion do you have? You think that can, you know, what exactly did you go through that made you, you know, come out from your own closet?
I will follow it one after the other. First of all, let me come to the area of parents.
Yeah.
Parents, I bet you that every child's behavior starts from upbringing.
Yeah.
You as a parent that has a person with disability in your family, you should not create form of settlement.
Okay.
Because in my family, I was carrying that along. That is why I become whom I am today.
Oh, so kudos to your parents. It all starts from the parents.
Yes.
Okay.
The parents have to, because according to one adage, whatever cup you used to drink is the cup you used to give a stranger.
Yes.
So if your parents cherish you, give you basic necessary things, I believe others can still emulate.
Yes, and follow suit.
And follow suit.
Yeah.
But a situation where you abandon someone, you will not wash because you don't have 2 hands. You can't help him to wash his own clothes. Because you don't have eye. You can give him different manner of things to eat.
Yeah.
In fact, advice matters.
Yeah.
Then how do you think people around such person will come up and say, let me be this one's helper? So, as a matter of, as I am, when you started, you say you saw me driving a Jeep.
Yeah, I was.
You saw me when I was coming down, you were very excited. Yeah, it's self-determination.
Yeah.
Disabled is of the mind.
It's of the mind.
Disability is of the mind.
Yeah.
You are seeing a physical disability, but inside the interior is very sound.
It's very sound.
Disabled does not mean that you cannot walk, you cannot do anything, that you are not mentally derailed. You are not mentally derailed. You have a lot to offer.
Yeah.
You can still have input to the national development.
Yeah. Thank you. You see, I want to quickly, you know, ask this question. Like I said, sometime this year, the Inclusive Friends through Ford Foundation were in Warri Axis, where they took Amplifying Voices cohort, and they were training them, talking about breaking the silence. It seems that a lot of negative things is happening in your community and nobody is talking. How true is the statement?
Really, really, because it's a situation when such thing will happen, you don't know where to channel it to.
Your problems.
The thing will now die off.
Natural death.
Because the fact that if I intimidate you, heaven will not fall.
Yeah.
But if they say that if you intimidate somebody like this, you demoralize him, or sexual harassment, then pure.
Yeah.
Such thing will stop. Because I have seen cases where I saw someone with a challenge being beaten up and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So go and tell whoever you want to tell. Go to her and heaven will not fall.
There's also this, I was privileged to run an interview with one of someone who is in the community. Yeah. She was saying that some of the husband who family or even the parents of the girl herself who is being abused will be a victim. Who say, you're not even happy you saw husband. How true is does that seem? I felt so that the mom was telling her that you're not even happy. Somebody has come to
Yes, what you are saying is exactly fact. Because a majority or out of 100%, 2/3 are not with their husband again.
Okay.
They will marry them,
Yeah.
have one or two issues, dump the child, dump the mother.
Yeah. I think I have a cases like that in Abavo.
Yes,
she said she even went to court.
Yes,
the court gave a verdict,
it's true.
And yet the husband has refused. The man of the owner of the child has refused.
Yes.
Viewers, in case you're watching, this is PMTV Africa, Governance and the People, and I'm here with Comrade Ogo. We've been talking about gender and disability-based violence, and it's unfortunately, Comrade, that Section 34 of the 1999 Constitution as amended give dignity to everybody, and torture or inhuman is not something you go. And it's so surprising that people from your community are going through this and nobody is doing anything. Now I want to ask you, as a comrade and the arrowhead of Junapid in a cast out, is there any case you've been involved in? I don't want you to go too detailed. Is there any case you've been involved in?
Thank you very much for your at least you are really bringing us home.
Yeah.
And you are like a beacon of hope now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
First thing is awareness matters a lot.
Yeah.
Unaware kids.
Yeah.
Since this program have come up now, and as I am now the arrowhead of Joint National Association with Persons Living with Disability, Eka South, and although it has not been long I resumed my office,
okay, sir, but
I can bet you and assure you that a lot of sensitization is going on through your help. Yeah. And as regards to it, I have sensitized my people.
Okay.
Nobody on no account someone should take laws into his hands.
Yeah, that's good.
Because law is a respecter of nobody.
Yeah.
But it does not give you, as a challenged person, an edge to be deviant in your attitude and behaviors. Try to put your best, and let's see how the law will protect you through this program and awareness.
Yes, that's good.
So, gentlemen, I will rest assure you that I'm putting my best
to see how you synthesize your people.
How I will synthesize my people, create real awareness, make sure they have a standard living of life protected by laws and order.
Okay, comrade, another thing again that bothers people about your community is the fact that people see. Okay, I want to share one experience. Someone once said about the I think it's the director of Inclusive Friends. Okay. She did a program. She's part of the sponsor of a program, INEC, in Anambra State. Yeah. I want to so that you can discuss on that. Okay. And then they said on her way while she was trying to attend the program, because she's someone on the wheel. So the people were shouting at her, "Hey, come on here, no be money, they come beg. Come on here, no be." You see, and unfortunate for them, somebody was saying, this is the fund, this is the financier. So people see your community as begging community. Yeah. Why do you think that thing is like that? Why do you think?
Really, in primitive way, it was like that, and I believe this is the digital era. Yeah. Where you have what it takes to go ahead. If really you are educated, I'm educated, why should I beg you for?
For food. If
me and you can go to the same class, we do the same exam, engage ourselves with the same job, you will receive the same salary, why should?
You're right.
So, that is what I'm telling you, that awareness brings a lot of development. You create awareness, go to school, go acquire skills. Nobody will intimidate you. We are in the studio today. I don't know who is here today. I don't know who is the director of this studio, but it might be a disabled.
Yeah, that's true. It's not written anywhere on the forehead. Yeah.
So if a contractor who can build a road You make use of initiative without its energy, physical energy. Likewise, a disabled, a physically challenged.
Comrade Ogo is the chairman, ICASA chapter of Jonapid, and today we're talking about gender and disability-based violence. And we're anchoring our discussion based on the Amplifying Voices cohort training that was given by Inclusive Friends alongside with Ford Foundation, where they reviewed to us that Delta State is one of, if not the highest state of unreported, gender-based violence for people with disability. And he has been sharing a lot of thoughts about the community. Sir, I want to quickly ask one other questions. People feel that the government is actually not doing anything for your community. I want to give instance, mostly cases where, in terms of job opportunity, in terms of creating what they call it, ramp in public schools, in government hospitals, and sometimes some kind of policies that governments are putting in place, they are not really considering your community. I want to ask, how are you guys finding it? How are you guys coping with these things?
The issue of inclusiveness with the persons with disability is a major issue.
Okay.
Very serious issue. So they have turned to, that is why you see some of us before, they do fight on the street. They block roads.
Okay.
And they make sure that it's only blocking roads is the only answer. No. Yeah. Blocking road is a caricature as far if it's a caricature, it's a need a graduate. And you being a challenge, you don't have that qualification. How can? Yeah. Are we going to employ quack?
No. So the first thing
the first thing is get yourself prepared.
Acquire knowledge.
Acquire skills. Everybody must not be an educationist.
Yes.
Or a graduate. Go out there, learn skills, acquire skills. They push some little to government for empowerment. But there is another way around. The people who are in the M of affair feel that if we didn't shout, they will not listen to us. And in this jurisdiction, I don't feel there's gain in shouting before you acknowledge my wants.
Yes.
Because if I come to your house and I wait there for you to serve me food, and along waiting you didn't serve me, and I use my mouth to say, give me food, giving me that food is worthless. So I believe that government know what to do at appropriate time.
And they should do
anything they want to do. Let them bring out the template that will be inclusive with persons living with disability. It is not good for a person living with disability to go to a gate, to go to the street, to go to one way to the other, to beg before he or she actualize her dream.
Another thing again is this: that there are a lot of government has set up there's a lot of acts. We have the Child Rights Act, we have the Violence Against Persons, a Prohibition Act in 2015. There's a lot of acts. In fact, now some states is domesticating the Disability Act and all that. Now I want to ask you this question. You are a teacher.
Yeah.
Your school environment, do you think is inclusive? Your own school,
for my own
is
school,
inclusive?
I called a principal.
Okay.
I said, some of the buildings are not disabled friendly.
Yeah.
You see a school where you see the entrance will be full of hill. Yeah. There's no slope. If you're on wheel, how can you wheel in?
Yeah, no ramp. Yeah.
So you are telling them that there are category of persons you want for this school. So at the same time, the nature of the environment, we are appealing to government. Whatever they are awarded a contract to whoever it may, they should put the disabled into consideration.
Okay. Now I quickly, there's something you said earlier on, which I think I have some information about it, which it's good the viewers and parents, relatives of persons who are going through this issue. There's a task force actually in Delta State, which the task force, they said they have the women affairs, which the persons who are abused, person with disability who are abused, mostly girls and women, can go to. They talk about Jonapid, which is your body. They talked about Women Journalists Association.
Yeah.
They talked about the Ministry of Health under Productive Act.
Yeah.
They talk about the NSCDS, that's the Civil Defense.
Okay.
They say they also have a gender unit for people with disabilities.
Yeah.
They talked about the intelligence and counterintelligence for gender justice, more like I think it's really an NGO.
Okay.
They talk about the one for FIDA, which is the female lawyers, you know, and all that. Now, in all of these things, many bodies and all these things, I want to ask a question. You, now, as an arrowhead for your people in a Car South, is it not time you begin to do diary documentation, like start documenting these cases of gender-based violence and set up a team that will help them drive through? Because number one, I feel this abuse or this negative thing that is happening in your community is first of all, your community needs to come together, one, and then to look out for themselves. I want to ask, what are you guys doing to look out for yourself?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The name you saw, you bracket. I was mentioning Joint National Association with Persons Living with Family.
Jonapid.
In bracket, Jonapid.
Yeah.
JONAPWDX.
Yes.
That is what I said.
Yeah.
It's create the forum of unifier and unity.
Okay, among your community.
Unity. Then that is why you hear that name. That name is binding to all of us.
Do you guys meet in a Car South?
Yes, we do.
When do you guys meet?
We meet every first Saturday of the month.
At where?
At that city car wash.
Okay, at Aliami
Junction. That city car wash, there's a hall there.
Okay.
We do head our meeting every first Saturday of the month. Like this morning is coming on 4th by 9 a.m.
Okay.
We'll all be there.
Okay, I want to quickly ask you this, and I want you to be very brief about it. Now, first of all, as someone in this community, now, those women who are privileged to have children who are facing this kind of challenges, mostly when it has to do with, you know, abuse, sexual, that's gender abuse, that's sexual abuse. What kind of solution do you think they need to provide for their for their person?
Our women who are being molested, abused, used and dumped, we want the government to come up with some modalities. At least, we are not saying that whoever abuse our women should jail them, but let them have punishable.
Let the law take it for
yes. Let them have that there is a punishment attached to whoever that does something after investigation. Because I cannot say immediately you beat a challenged person because you are challenged, you can do otherwise.
Challenged person,
then or challenged person may rape. You see, it's a vice versa.
Yes, it's a vice versa.
It's not only the challenge they do rape. There are some of challenge persons
who also commit
that they do commit. But that is why initially I told you that law is a respecter of nobody.
Okay, thank you. In case you're watching us, this is PMTV Africa, and you're watching Governance and the People. I've been seated here with a very, interesting comrade Friday Ogo Oko, and we'll be talking about gender-based violence as it has to do with girl and women. Like you all know, this has been a trending matters in our environment about issues that's happening in the community, and we've been discussing extensively on how parents can actually, play a very good role, and also trying to advise the viewers to break the silence on this matter. Whenever you see cases like this, it's expected that you take the responsibility to, to make that person, know that what you have done to this person is inhuman and it is wrong. And I want to quickly ask you a very short one before we wrap up this section. Now, what advice do you have for parents with people with disability, mostly girl child? What advice do you have for the girl child?
Yes, thank you very much. The advice goes to both sides.
Okay.
The parents and the girl's child.
Yeah.
And to the community at large.
Okay.
One, give yourself as a challenging person a refined meaning to avoid abuse.
Okay.
Live up to expectation by developing a good character and behavior. But to parents, still give your children a well parental care.
Okay.
Because some of them lack parental care.
That's where they become victims.
That is where they fall into a victim. They become a victim of what you are seeing today. Because somebody cannot come into your house through back door.
Yeah.
And the reason why he came into your house through back door, because you don't ask after that person.
That child.
So
child.
he now find that is the only alternative way to make the two ends meet. So my advice is that parents should look after the well-being of our people, because we are blessing to the family.
Comrade Christian, Comrade has said that that they are blessings to the family.
Yes.
Indeed, they are actually blessings to the family, and it's an honor talking to you.
Let me clear you one point. Everybody must not be complete.
Yeah.
And everybody is challenged. Yeah. Can I give you instances?
Quick, I'm almost...
Wait. If 1 + 1, you are unable to interpret it in time, you're already a challenge. No, believe me honestly.
Okay, we'll talk about that after the camera. In case you're just watching, this is PMTV Africa, and we're on governance and the people. Then we are broadcasting live from number 66 Old Lagos Asaba Road, Boji Agbo, first floor of that same building. And in case you want to reach us on our studio number, you can call 080-6342-6526. I've been here with Comrade Friday Ogoko, the chairman of Jonapid, and we'll be discussing exclusively on matters that has to do with these communities, mostly that has to do with the girl child and the woman when it has to do with gender-based violence. In case you don't know, it is an abuse, it is very wrong, it is inhuman. Section 34 of the 1999 Constitution amended has said no human being deserves to be treated inhuman. So I want to beg you, look out for others, break the violence, speak the language, report any cases, any form of gender violence around your vicinity. Don't wait until it gets to the turn of your daughter, your sister, your brother, your father, or your mother. Make sure you report the case as it is. And as we have said here, he has said it all, that everybody is challenged. I think I'm taking that home. He says everybody is challenged. I want to say very thank you for coming. I want to have you more in the studio in other times so that we'll talk more on it. I want to also thank my producers, the guys behind the engine, the engineers and everybody. This is PMTV Africa, and I am your host, Ashe Chekuma, on governance and the people. Thank you for watching. See you same time on the same station.